Yashwant Deshmukh, what I find interesting is that in Delhi, 48% of the respondents think Kejriwal overall has been arrested because of corruption. Outside Delhi, in the HSM markets where you did this poll, 39% say he's been arrested because of corruption. A simple reading of that data suggests at this moment, more people in the capital seem to think he's corrupt or he's been arrested because of actual corruption than those outside. That seems quite counterintuitive.
Yeah, that's right. That number actually caught my attention as well. But I then realized that Delhi electorate is actually more polarized on him than the electorates outside Delhi. So there is a significant number of anti-Kejriwal, pro-Congress vote in Delhi, Rahul. Let's not forget that. Delhi is a triangular contest city, and Congress has been fighting tooth and nail with Kejriwal as well, even though they have gone ahead with the India alliance. But there are significant number of Congress voters, and not to mention the Congress leaders.
Amitabh Tiwari, is there easy transferability between AAP and Congress in Delhi? They've come together in alliance in the last Lok Sabha, and I'll have that data up on your screen. The BJP is already 50% plus. So now that these two parties, which have fought each other, the Congress hardcore voter doesn't like AAP because the AAP government has been formed on top of the Congress. They basically demolished the Congress and come to power. In a Lok Sabha context, do you see transferability happen easily, or do you think it will be very complex to ensure transferability, even though the leaders have decided that seats can be distributed?
It's going to be complex, because if it was an easy transferability in that way, Rahul, then you know, the numbers of votes that Congress polls in assembly elections, a number of votes which Aam Aadmi polls in the Lok Sabha election would have been big zero.
So you're saying that transferability is complex. Amitabh Tiwari, my question to you is, does Kejriwal's arrest make it tougher for Congress voters to vote AAP? Do you see that play out or not really?
See, I don't think transferability is tougher because of the high percentage of swing voters in Delhi. I mean, voters are swinging between a Vidhan Sabha and a Lok Sabha election. Even in the chart, if you see, 13% voters go back to Congress in a Lok Sabha election, and 18% of that portion, almost all of them, return to the Aam Aadmi Party in the Vidhan Sabha election, because Aam Aadmi Party has grown at the expense of Congress. SC, minority, OBC voters, Punjabi, Khatri voters have shifted.
Let me just explain that data that you're talking about, the swing of voters from one party to the other on the screen. What Amitabh Tiwari is referring to is how there seems to be a high level of transferability between BJP voters in a Lok Sabha election and AAP voters in an assembly election. Now, how do we say this? So basically, if you look at the 2019 Lok Sabha elections and compare them with the 2015 assembly elections, AAP lost 36% vote. The Congress gained 13%. So 13% people who didn't vote for Congress in the Lok Sabha came back to the Congress. The BJP gained 25% of the vote. 25% extra vote over where they were in the last assembly election. The biggest loser was the Aam Aadmi Party. This is what happened in the 2019 Lok Sabha election. This is the last Lok Sabha election. Cut to 2020, the assembly election. There suddenly, and it almost seems it's usually not 36 down, 36 up. The transferability is never as obvious and as apparent. But in this case it is. They went down 36%. Suddenly the Aam Aadmi Party is up 36%. And this gain comes almost equally from the Congress, which is losing 18% of people who voted for them in Lok Sabha have now gone to AAP, and 18% of BJP voters, this orange bar, voted for the Aam Aadmi Party. So that essentially shows how votes have got transferred from the Congress and the BJP to the AAP in assembly context. But currently we are focusing on the Lok Sabha, which is where AAP goes down, Congress comes up. Just marginally, the biggest beneficiary, of course, is the BJP at 25. I want to go across to Jasmine Shah of the Aam Aadmi Party. His response to the first question. I hope you won't debunk the data itself, because data is, to be taken at face value, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. At this moment, in response to the first question, what should concern you as an AAP leader is that 49% of the voters in Delhi think that he's been arrested because of corruption. Outside Delhi, the response is 39%. So that, is quite stark, that somehow at this moment in the context of a Lok Sabha election, the mood is not as pro as it is outside, or the mood is not as anti outside India as it is in Delhi?
Rahul, I'm not going to debunk the data, but I will definitely share an alternate perspective, because we have been meeting people on the ground. We have been mobilizing for the mega rally of India Alliance on 31st, and there is an outpouring of sympathy. There is an outpouring of support for Arvind Kejriwal and AAP, and many BJP voters, because these are many BJP or Modi voters who vote for Mr. Modi in Lok Sabha, but they vote for Arvind Kejriwal and they've benefited from his policies. And to know that a sitting CM is put behind bars in a case where trial is not even begun, where there is no evidence, not a single rupee of money trail, but at the same time money trail is found in BJP's accounts through a approver whose name is Sharat Chandra Reddy, which I'm sure BJP spokesperson will never respond to. So people know that there is a kind of a tamasha going on. The reason why this, and I actually request you, Rahul, that you carry out this poll a week again and you will see drastically different reason, because this khulasa of Sharat Chandra Reddy and the real scam in the so-called Delhi liquor policy was not during the policy. It was after ED raided many people, got them to become approvers and then extorted money from them and put them into their account through electoral bonds. Now, the question that you asked, the reason why maybe, and this is my hypothesis, Rahul, see, over the last 2 years, there has been a continuous propaganda exercise by the BJP. In the name of the liquor policy, what have they been doing? Summon issue karo. The moment ED issues summon, it is on the front pages of Delhi. So the propaganda machinery is hyperactive for the last 2 years. They are not hyperactive to spread the works of Mr. Modi, but they are hyperactive to assassinate the perception, to assassinate the character of Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal. But at the end of the day, when the matter goes to trial, and I would say even before that, because the Sharat Chandra Reddy matter has just come out, and the manner in which people are reacting to these hard facts, these are not allegations. A kingpin of this so-called Delhi scam has not given any money to AAP, but has donated 55 crores to BJP after arrest and after being released on bail by the ED. So, you know, sometimes it's the truth is white and black, and it's all come out a few days back, and we will see it, play out in public perception also.